Welcome back to Fhtagn, everyone.
Ow!
We're changing things up this time. Maybe.
Is the 1,000 Young what they wanted us to do?
I think that's the one.
Yeah, so tell us some differences about this.
Closing back service. I do believe this is the one where we have to, we get to sacrifice each other.
Okay.
We get to mess with each other.
Okay.
Great.
That'll be fun.
I'll be Doctor Strange.
I want to be yellow.
Colin is
Be my yellow fella.
I'm be the green one.
Laura's green. And Nick.
Laura, you took Lady Green. How am I going to win now?
That's me.
All right, I'll be Lady Blue.
Nick,
You don't get a choice.
None of us have ever won.
Yeah, but I was always happy at the end. Kyle, put in a card right here to the episode where I made you eat your own words.
That never happened, so I don't have to.
Non-existent card.
You can just put in any end card and it'll
All right,
work.
so now we have extra things.
Ooh.
What? What?
Reveal your fate.
No, I was trying to spend dollars.
Oh.
Because we have them now.
Well, you may not.
I guess instead we have to. You just pick a thing,
Yeah, you must reveal.
or
Okay.
maybe.
Oh, okay. So this changes it up a little bit.
Yeah, we have
Our
different,
twos are different, so
different thingies.
I'm just.
So
Why
this
don't you pick
is-
one?
I am the master of ghouls.
You, the master of unlocking.
I just. Boop.
Oh, you just decide you want to be able to...
Oh, I guess you can read them all and check what they all mean, but
Yeah, I didn't pick it, so it's okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess you can just pick whatever you want.
Yeah, well, it can be a group decision.
Yeah.
But isn't it just for you?
Except.
Well, no, we can choose this part at any time.
Oh, there's two things.
Yeah.
The prophecy or escape the sacrifice.
Right.
So we
What
can
is-
either choose to go through with it or figure out how to get out of this, I guess.
I would like to, it's part of, if we're doing group vote, I want to see what happens, so I'm going to be part of the prophecy.
That's fine. Whatever.
Miss Laura, would you like to be part of our cultist activities, or are you going to try to run like a bitch?
I really don't know what's going on, so I'm gonna run. So I'm gonna leave it up to Kyle and Colin.
Okay.
I don't care what happens as long as I get to sacrifice Nick.
Prophecy.
Oh.
All right, so.
I think it'll give us all each an individual,
No, this is the thing from before where we had to figure out, like, a thing.
okay.
A thing.
I'm just going to pick this because there's a big knife.
Do it.
Okay, Captain Edgy.
Do it.
Yeah. All right, so that one requires blue. It's been too long, so I don't remember what blue is. We could do one more also,
Blue is
though.
influence.
Okay.
Yes. That is your minor stat.
Is that what the things on the bottom say?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you need both of those stats,
Oh,
but
that's right.
that's the
This is the
major
first
one.
time you played this, huh?
Yeah, I really have no idea what's going on.
All right, I'm going to put this in easy term for you.
Okay, please.
We don't.
It's
Nick,
Monster
do it
Prom.
without saying. Damn it! I was gonna say do it without saying Monster Prom.
You knew I was going to say it.
All right, so someone else choose one of the other ones for me to just buy.
I want to be the
I like
carrot.
that guy.
Yeah. That one.
Okay, carrots it is.
The vestments of Edge.
So basically,
Now step
okay,
forward.
that one requires insanity. So to complete your mission, Laura,
Okay.
you have to get a certain amount of 2 different stats.
Okay.
You don't know what they are. And that one is insanity, which we learned happens to the orange thing when you lose sanity.
It goes into the negative and then you go insane.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we haven't ever succeeded at this game.
Not yet.
We're getting there.
So I'm just gonna go for blue because I know that one of them requires blue.
And then see how the little shapes on top of the options there? That corresponds with like what stats that's gonna improve.
Okay.
I tried to choose it, but it didn't let me.
But your donuts across the board, so do you have to like have certain stats to do things, or do those choices build stats if you get
Choices
those
build
right?
The
stats.
choices build stats, so you're trying to build the stats for the end of the game when you have to pick one of those little mission things, and then if you have
Okay.
the right stats, you either succeed or fail
So-
in varying degrees.
Okay.
Once again, I skipped the beginning part because it's always the same. An entire morning of chanting has made you thirsty, and you strolled over to the communal water fountain for a much-needed drink. Some of the other adepts have already gathered around the fountain, and as you approach them, they give you the "here comes the new guy" once over. We've seen this. People say you should take it slow when you first join office culture, but your philosophy has always been to go big. You can make up a story about fighting a Rakshasa. Should make them too afraid to try anything against you in the future. Alternatively, you can make up a story about stealing a Terratorn egg. The process requires a very tricky spell, which you have no idea how to perform, but there's no way that any of the other adepts know it, so you can just make stuff up. Take a deep breath. You tell them about the time you wrestled a Rakshasa. Ha! You shout boastfully. This reminds me of the time I wrestled the mighty Rakshasa. You stand next to the most fragile-looking cultist in the group and slap him hard against the back. As he topples over, you grab him by the scruff, you shake him around energetically while you tell the whole group about your brawl. First, I use a sleeper hold, you explain enthusiastically, your biceps curling around the poor fellow's neck. As the beast begged for its life, I use my signature double knee backbreaker move. The little man's eyes bulge as you lift him above your head with a triumphant roar. There's a tiny yelp as you smash his body over your extended knee.
Oh.
After your dramatic performance, you help the dazed fellow to his feet and you give him a good-natured noogie. Impressed by your obvious physical strength, your colleagues walk away, making a mental note to never pick a fight with you. Gain 2 more influence.
You did it!
Nice.
I don't know what the last thing is. That one's new.
Plus closed eyeball.
Ah,
Guess we're gonna learn.
One's like a smiley face with a tongue coming out, and the one next to it is an angry face with pointy teeth.
Ooh.
Now, Laura, one thing that does change about this is the person who has the most influence gets to go first.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Also, you can lock people out of going to certain areas depending on options you pick.
Yes, if you blow them up.
If you legitimately blow them up.
Yeah, like I got one in one of our last games where I sold this place and then they demolished it in like the 3rd turn, so we couldn't use it for the rest of the game.
Oopsies.
And no one can go to the same place as you.
That too.
Yeah, that
Indoctrinate.
makes sense.
Your first big assignment was to hold watch over the summoning of an Olgog. It was an easy enough job, but your curiosity gnawed at you. It wasn't Olgog, you thought, looking over towards the ritual. You were just an acolyte after all, so there was probably no harm in staying or taking a quick peek. Maybe you could even learn some magic. Man my post and observe the ceremony, or stay on guard.
We know you.
Yeah.
Party.
Party!
You are all about abandoning your post.
Hell yeah. Curiosity getting the better of you, you creep over to the nearest window. As the cultists complete the ritual, an ethereal wisp materializes in the center of the circle. Centra of the circle.
There you go.
It was only at that moment that you realized that all the other cultists had covered their eyes with ruined cloths. Before you could avert your eyes, you heard a grating whisper inside your head. It has seen, the voice whispered into your mind. Lose 1 sanity.
Aw.
And that helps for one of them.
Suddenly the wisp darted straight at you and struck you against the forehead. I blacked out. When you next woke up, you had a strange glowing mark on your forehead. Gain 1 magic.
Oh.
Yes. Neat. I am the chosen one.
Now keep in mind, each stat for the end of the game does have something to do with the things, but we haven't unlocked all of them yet. We didn't get enough weak points yet.
Oh.
We've never also won at all. Ever.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
The best we've done is had minor fails.
And
Yes.
you can see the colors. You can pick what you'd want.
Hunt monsters or dark meditation. This one. Do I read this?
Oh,
Go for it.
Okay, as your consciousness floats through the currents of the depths, your body is racked by the darkness energy coursing through you. That's hard to read.
Would you like me to move the TV forward?
Yes. As your mind returns to your body, you realize that not all of it is present. Gain 1 magic and 1 body, but lose 1 sanity. Medusa tears were a powerful catalyst for a lot of potions, and the cult has what, Nikki?
Oh, I was trying to get Colin to turn the light off. It's easier for me to read when I can just see the black and the white.
Oh, I thought you were pointing to something on the screen. I was like, there's nothing there. There's nothing I'm missing.
You don't know that.
Nick has experience.
I have
This just
experience.
trying to get the bonus in the corner. Leave. It's a leave.
Secrets breaker if you back out of this room.
Go into the door on the end. It's a secret room.
Secret.
You and a bunch of other acolytes.
The mouse off the screen.
More and had tracked the beast to an underground temple, but she was too powerful. Her sharp talons had already torn 2 acolytes to pieces, and now she had you trapped behind a pillar. Your heart started to pound faster as you heard the sound of hissing come closer.
He's.
The panic had clouded your mind a bit, but maybe one of the things you would learn this week could be useful. Alternatively, you could just wing it. What's the worst that could happen? Recall what you learned about Medusa, or bravely stare her down.
So the top one, I think if you succeed at this, you gain like 2 unlock points for the next time we play.
Okay.
But I think you also have to succeed at the end. We're not really sure, because we've like succeeded in a bunch of those and only gotten 2 points.
Well, why the fuck not?
I think they're harder. They're hard.
Medusa. You got nothing. Well, it's like your old pappy used to say, if you can't beat 'em, run the hell away. deciding that there had never been a truer saying you ran out of there as quickly as your legs would take you. I consider that a win.
Yeah.
One body, fail. Rude.
Even if you get a fail, you can still get bonuses.
Well,
it just
yeah.
means you didn't pass the event.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure not dying is winning.
Uh-oh, it's not right.
Hit the right button, Nick.
I knew that I was testing you.
Read the screen.
I don't read!
Read the screen.
Alright, so I'm gonna hit the L. What button is Y?
What?
That's where you spend your
Yeah,
dollars.
I wanted to look at these for a minute.
Okay, you don't want to do some reading?
Yeah, just give it a quick check.
Some light reading.
Because I figured I'm probably gonna go something magic.
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 I think he's a wizard.
Good magic.
My name's Nikki.
I'm gonna do
I'm
magic.
a bridge troll.
I mean,
Magic visual.
I live under the bridge and he leaves.
I'm Nikki. I'm a fridge troll. I live in
Fridge
the
troll.
fridge.
My friends call me Grimsey. I live in the crisper drawer.
you summon Eldritch horrors and open portals to other planes.
Eldritch!
Did you buy
Eldritch.
lettuce? Can't fit it. Grimsey lives here.
Your power grows, but you can feel your sanity slipping. The cult thing is actually quite fun, considering that you're all a bunch of evil batshits.
These baby carrots have been here for 3 years.
Grimsey doesn't mind.
I named them. They're my friends.
Come up with my toes and eat them.
I stick them in between my toes and then nibble them out.
It feels cool.
It's like an ice pack on my bunions.
And then it warms up the carrots a little. I can almost get them steamed.
I'm sorry, everybody.
I'm not. You guys were going.
We all just had a group moment. We had a big dissociative fugue, but we're back.
It's fine. I'm not gonna stop, but I'll let you finish your story first.
I'm buying a cake.
Gauge 2 carrots for your cake. I like the brown spots.
I sleep on a bag of radishes.
It's bad for my scoliosis, but it's the best I can do. They don't have a sleepy in the crisper jar.
What have we done?
You've made lore, Kyle. You've made lore.
Someone animate this.
Yeah, somebody draw me Grimsey.
I'm gonna make a lightning cake.
Okay.
Troll. You enslaved through the night and admit that some of the ingredients were quite hard to find.
If only I checked the freezer.
I can't afford to pay Grimsey's toll.
Lots of Eye of Newton stuff, but fortunately you found everything you needed in Mrs. Wiggins' pantry. With everything prepared, your magnificent cake was placed in the sentry of the room, awaiting the birthday girl.
That's a good one, Nick.
I said what you said.
I know, it was a good one. Big,
Oh, thank you.
Doing the big funny.
No, it's a Nikki original. Sally was overjoyed by everyone's effort, and after a quick speech, she headed over to your cake to cut everyone a piece. And that's when the fireworks started. As Sally cut into the cake with her ritual dagger, multicolored lightning bolts flew in every direction. So, not a metaphor. As the bolts struck the cultists, chaos erupted. Some were turned into stone when green bolts hit them. Some had mutated into horror monstrosities as the red bolts hit them. And others had completely disappeared as the black bolts sucked them into the depths. As a purple bolt heads towards you, close your eyes and awaited the inevitable. The bolt coursed through your body, but all you felt was an electrified tingling sensation all over. Got to magic. I'm okay, you shouted, smiling, over to the groans and horrifying screeches. No one seemed to care. Pass. I got made.
Nice.
Oh, a round summary.
Ooh, that's new.
This is new.
Not it. Stacks.
Stacks.
So we don't know what those things do, but
From what it looks like.
everyone but Laura got one.
Oh,
All right.
I got
Hooray.
10 stacks.
To me, it looks like not it is. I assume it's going to be who sacrificed.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'll go for a little more influence because that's the thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'll go to the church this time.
Okay.
I'll indoctrinate into the church.
I've had a good image of Nick poking his leg out of the fridge and pressing the ice button.
I've changed.
Dropping it all over your floor. So it's wet when you come home.
You just kick it under the fridge, it'll be fine.
Hydrate yourself.
You won't develop mold.
Oh, now you can play. All right.
He loves smoke.
Putting on your best fake smile, you convince the hapless to join your cause. Gain 1 performance and 2 influence.
You want to see my ficus scarf?
She says you're a cult, Officer Bentley explained as you were sitting in his office. And you're holding her daughter captive against her will, the man continued. Now, I'm sure this was just some misunderstanding, and you can easily explain everything, he finished, and you nodded in acknowledgement as you caught his drift. Well, why not kill a couple birds with 1 stone, you thought? You could pay his bribe, get him to further an investigation by questioning your colleagues, and even get him to hand over the details on the mother, so you can silence her once and for all. Or you can let him carry on with his investigation. It's not like the daughter will tell him anything. So I can't pay the bribe, even if I wanted to, because I don't have the monies. So I'll let him carry on his investigation and probably fail.
have 1 ficus and a bunch of ice cubes in that room.
I do declare, officer, I do not know what you are insinuating. The daughter looked flabbergasted at Officer Bentley's suggestion that she was a prisoner. Well, miss, me and these other gentlemen here, we can safely escort you off the premises, and no one will be able to harm you, he continued. Dear sir, I feel insulted that you would even think these wonderful people could do me any harm, she shouted as she put her hands on her hips. My apologies, ma'am, Bentley resignedly tipped his hat and signaled the other officers to go. This isn't over, the man fumed as he walked past you. Realizing that Officer Bentley might stay true to his word, you summoned a hound of Tindalos, thank you. Reading is hard. Later that night, you set it on the scent of the vengeful officer. Gain 2 magic.
This is my pet.
The hounds of Tindalos are interdimensional beings made of pure filth that can only enter our world through sharp angles and corners. They're from a story originally written by Frank Belknap Long, who was a frequent collaborator and close friend of H.P. Lovecraft.
The next morning, Officer Bentley was very much disinclined to pursue the matter any further. At least the parts of him which were recovered were. Oof, grammared. Pass! Oh, I passed a special one. Hooray.
That was true, by the way.
I know.
Oh, I
assumed.
It was the voice that gave it.
I know this because he often used the meat drawer, which is next to the crisper.
I enjoy reading dark works of surrealist fantasy.
Grimsey has a library card and frequents it
Grimsey has an audible subscription.
because Grimsey watches Jantra.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Also, have you heard of Grimsey's new favorite mobile game, Raid Shadow Legends?
Nice. Well done.
Grimsey purchased it at a discount because he shops with the Honey browser extension.
And sleeps on a tiny Lisa mattress while wearing his MeUndies.
Make sure you join Grimsey's Guild by entering in CRISPR Gang.
God damn it. I hate you people.
Well, we've accidentally created the greatest character in Best Spuds history.
You're welcome.
Yay!
Watch, the comments are gonna dump all over this. What the hell were you guys doing?
This is the worst episode of Best Spuds ever. This is worse than the Max Payne episode.
Oof. Didn't the creators of this want us to play this so they could display it?
Yes.
Whoops, we're playing another one after this.
We're sorry, this is unusual.
The fine, misty, drizzly morning sees you damp and miserable in the English countryside, dumbfounded at how Barker had managed to pull you out of a royal flush. Or managed to pull out a royal flush. Bleh. Woo-hoo. A couple of days ago, you have tried. It's hard not to slip into the voice.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You had participated in the cult's poker evening held at Madame Fufu's. The stakes were high, as ridiculous as money was on the line. No, when cultists play high-stakes poker, favors were the only real currency.
Could you say that last line one more time?
Favors are the only real currency.
Thank you. That's what I needed.
After a whole night of playing, it was only you and Barker Montgomery left, and you had a full house. Aces full of sevens.
I misread that as aces full of aces. I was confused but intrigued.
Aces filled with bases. I'm trying hard to keep a straight face. You had bet all the favors you had, but still came up short. In a moment of brilliance, you had bet any artifact you wanted.
I would like your slightly molded carrots.
I would like this crisper drawer that you have, which apparently holds some sort of small goblin or ghoul.
Would you like some of these Sherry's berries on the top shelf? Or affiliate?
You not my radish.
The damned royal flush. Black Annis used to be a high priestess of the Ethereal Coven, but had turned her back on the Order. Turns out, Annis did not fancy the idea of Mother returning and spoiling her fun. Already a couple of centuries old, Annis enjoyed the power she had gained from Mother, and wasn't keen on losing it. Wasn't keen on losing it with her return. In short, she's no friend of the Thousand Young, and you had better choose carefully how you are going to steal her iron claws.
Ask politely.
Through the tall grass, you could see Black Annis's cave and the large oak tree outside.
I
Do we
tried.
have to subscribe to her premium?
Ha ha ha.
Wiener joke.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans.
Don't sexualize me.
Chatterbait.com/fridge-trope. Do a squirt show at 4,000 gold.
So called a squirt show.
Unleash hell! Smiling, you reach the most powerful artifact you have. An ellipsis. Must be in here somewhere. You frantically search every hidden pocket you have.
Hee hee.
Suddenly you stop padding and shudder. The guy at the train station. When you got off at Leicestershire, sorry, I know.
No, well done.
No, it's supposed
I would have butchered that much worse.
It's supposed to be Leicestershire, Nick.
Oh.
Railway station, a short man had bumped into you. You had thought nothing of it at the time, but the little maggot must have stolen your artifact. Lose one magic. Fuck.
Aw.
Now what?
My bag of Driscoll's baby carrots.
He stole my bag of magic toe carrots.
My all-purpose legumes.
And my craisins. Maybe you could just scare her into thinking you have a powerful magical weapon.
All the makings of a phenomenal salad.
Artifact casserole, don't mind if I do.
Going to work, you cut off a few sturdy branches, bound them together with some wire you had stashed in your robe, and drew some sigils on them with a crayon you had in there as well. Get one performance.
Ah.
Full of bravado, you walk up to the cave and shout, "Anus!" From her perch high up the oak tree, Anus drops down.
What's up?
What up? What is up? My name is Anus.
I live in a tree.
For such an old lady, she was surprisingly nimble. Surrender the claws of Anus or face the nunchuck of utter annihilation! You shouted. To inspire fear, you started to swing the nunchucks furiously and promptly smacked yourself in the face. When you had recovered, Anus was sitting on your chest.
Only on my OnlyFans.
She was quite strong for an old lady as well. What do we have here? Anus crowed. Sticking her nose close to your neck, she started sniffing you and then pulled back in disgust. You have the stench of a young one on you. The witch grimaced.
What?
I need an adult. I need several adults.
No.
So what brings one of the family to come visit old Annie? She asked. No, don't bother lying. Auntie Annie will give you some delicious sugary pretzels. You did not like the sound of that. Yes, I did.
I do.
I also do.
I didn't. I would have preferred a pretzel dog.
I enjoy them with the cheddar sauce.
And a little bit of mustard.
And that new almond one they made.
Hissing under her breath, the old witch started an incantation, and you screamed as you felt her presence tearing into your mind. Ah, so you little sycophants want to bring Mother back, do you? The witch screeched in your mind. We can't have you taking old Annie's power now, can we? No, that would never do, she carried on. Best you forget about your little visit, the witch whispered as a searing pain cut through your mind. Lose one eye.
Oh.
Don't worry, old Auntie Annie will remove all traces of your visit. You heard as a fog descends on your mind. Get a thesaurus, maybe. Startled, you blink away the fog and stare blankly at the bloody knife in your hands. At your feet lies the mangled corpse of Arkham Montgomery! I was trying to gasp in that voice, but I couldn't do it. Yes.
Grimsey can only exhale.
When you've lived in a crisper as long as I have, nothing can surprise you.
Refrigerators is surprisingly airtight.
I'm 10 oxygen through the gills of my neck.
I breathe through my skin. It's where Hideo Kojima got the idea for quiet. It's also why I walk around in a string bikini all the time. I failed and got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers.
Laura's turn.
Laura, you're gonna have to pull yourself together for one round. It will do the voice around you.
Become a dollar patron.
Distracting.
See Nicholas.
Oh my god, we're actually gonna put this up.
Why not? I want to cast spells.
I want to cast
You
magic.
summon eldritch horrors and open portals to other planes. Your power grows, but you can feel your sanity slipping. Dual magic, but lose one sanity. Don't care. Okay, so note to self, it's pronounced Carvagoo, not Carvagoo.
Oh, my Carvagoo!
The little mishap happened when, after work and in your laziness, you decided to open a portal to your home and save yourself the 8-mile walk.
It wouldn't.
I would, that's a long walk. Unfortunately, because of your little pronunciation error, you seem to have opened a tiny portal to a different world. Ooh. No stranger to weird portals, you decide to look before you leap and walk up to the keyhole-sized portal and peered through.
It's me.
Welcome to the inside of my fridge. Sorry it's so dark. The light only comes on when the door is open.
A slightly crisp, musty smell slaps you across the face. Like Arm & Hammer. And Tuna.
It's been sitting there for 3 years now. There's some moldy coleslaw near the back.
You'll never find it though, because you don't clean.
You can see what looked like a laboratory of sorts, with rows of cylinders on an operating table. There was something bobbing in the cylinders, but you couldn't quite make it out at this distance.
It's Orbit Soda.
Mommy Dearest encouraged a spirit of adventure. But then again, there was that whole thing about curiosity and cats. I love cats. I would like to go through. I'm just going to keep doing this until I die.
Woo!
You poured your beauty magic into the portal, but you could only manage to get about as big as your head. It's fine.
At least I should be able to see better, you thought as you stuck your head through.
We're stuck.
The other side,
Help!
Migos was starting.
Poke your head through. Versace.
I'm so sorry.
She's dead.
This is an extra episode for Patreon.
This is our extra. This episode's only going on our My Free Cams. Or sorry, OnlyFans.
Wait, we have a Patreon?
Not yet.
Destruction of his human brain by a head sticking out of thin air. You tried to desperately pull your head back as Migos with a bone saw in hand, but found yourself stuck. Now, if someone to have entered the magic shop, they would have seen a figure flailing about frantically with its head vanishing mid-air. They definitely wouldn't have heard about the hysterical screaming as the
Migos!
cut open your skull and removed your brain. Lose 3 sanity.
Nice.
Hey, that helps you.
Yeah.
Fortunately for you, the Migo only kept the brains of the best and brightest.
Oh.
And since you seem to be neither, they put some brain back in, and with some effort, you push back through the hole. Lose 2 knowledge.
Shoot skis.
Aw.
I failed.
Got a lot of insanity, though.
Nice.
Keep that sanity train rolling.
There you go, Nick.
You good?
Oh my
Good,
god.
Bigelow?
This is
No.
You gonna make it?
I didn't like that.
this is a disaster.
But in a good way.
In the best kind of way. Also,
Featuring Migos.
and the greatest character in Best Buds history. Not since Mulch have we seen someone that would radically change the lore of this channel.
Oh, I miss Mulch.
I also miss Mulch.
It's a new chapter.
I'm gonna go on an expedition.
It's not funny when you do it, Nick.
You just are Grimsey all the time.
Thank you.
If this episode
don't
is
steal from my
entitled The
original.
Birth of Grimsey, I'm gonna be really upset.
You
I can't promise I won't.
You convince the university faculty to send you on an expedition.
Crying.
You push your body to its limits, searching for lost artifacts and forbidden knowledge.
Artifacts.
Artifacts.
Artifact.
Gain 1 body, 1 knowledge, and 1 magique. One of the perks of working for the university was that you could visit exotic locations. Another was how distinctly flexible custom laws were when it came to the academic staff. So as you strode through the customs, little Jiboko sapling under your arm,
Just say Migos.
little Migos sapling under your arm, intended for research purposes, you had enough time to contemplate how to best utilize the little tree.
No.
You had
the
acquired
vegetable.
the Migos from your recent trip to Japan.
You can say Jiboko. It's okay. Migos
I
has
like
no thing.
Jiboko.
Jamala.
Jiboa. On your recent trip to Japan, where you learnt about the tree's very unique properties.
It is very much a word, Nick.
Yep, you hard-teed that learnt.
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 Turns out the Jiboko fed on blood and would attack anything that came too close. This could be very useful in securing the forest before the ritual, as anyone who snooped around was be sure to become plant food. Another interesting thing about the plant was that its wood had exceptional healing properties to the point where, with the right preparation, it could regrow limbs. Oh, I could regrow limbs.
You just have to turn it into get it all of the essential oils out of it.
Grimsey works for.
After planting the tree,
Couldn't do it.
Shit, damn.
you plan to come back a few weeks after it had gorged itself on hunters, loggers, and frisky teenagers.
Grimsey's a boss babe.
But what's
Grimsey's just a girl boss building her empire.
Grimsey has her own business.
Nick, it's still not funny when you do it.
You can chop it down for its healing properties, or just leave it on, or just leave it and study how it works. Either way, Mother will
Mother.
definitely be proud of your accomplishments. Ooh.
Oh.
Study.
Well, let's see. Your knowledge is 1. Your body is 1. I think you're gonna fail either way. I'm guessing it's body and knowledge. That just kind of makes sense.
You know, I'll see if it gets me knowledge.
Whatever.
You had met a couple scientists in your life, and there's no way you were going to look like a dork by wearing a white lab coat, goggles, and mask.
You don't know any scientists. They just pour shit.
No, you didn't need no protective equipment when observing a vampire tree. You weren't no wuss.
Put on your PPE, Grimsey.
You're
I
casual.
don't have to follow lab safety protocols.
If I pour this Pepto-Bismol into my Dr. Pepper, it won't give me a tummy ache.
Your casual attitude to personal protective equipment was unfortunately sorely tested as you started to hallucinate after only a few minutes of observing the tree.
It's an acid and a base. It makes water.
that Dr. Pepper Pepto-Bismol thing sounded too specific to be made up.
No, I made it up.
Okay.
Dr. Pepto-Bismol I just created. Thank
I
you.
feel like Dr. Pepto-Bismol is something I could see someone in this room doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are shots. It's for the end of the night.
Versace.
Researchy.
Your mind started to scream at you that something was wrong.
Yeah, it's only supposed to have 23 flavors.
The Pepto hides one.
Bismuth is actually one of the flavors.
Sheltered back to reality, you recoil in horror as needle-like branches start to twist around you and try to penetrate your body. Ooh, porn. Oh no! With the spell completely broken, you break free from the tree's grasp and beat a hasty retreat. Later, you would brag about the tree that you had so cleverly planted to protect the site, and whenever asked, you were to, it could do the job.
And when asked whether you were sure that it could do the job.
That's the words.
Yeah.
You would turn solemn and flatly state, trust me, I'm sure. Gained 1, got it!
Nice.
But I failed a lot of other.
Well, at least now we know that that's a not it.
Yeah.
All right. So round summary for not its. It seems that Laura is still at 0.
Nice.
Me and Nick are at 2, and Kulan is at 1.
Cool.
All right, and we will continue our adventure into this next time on Best Spuds,
Next time on Best Spuds.
where we may or may not have regulated ourselves to normal humans again.
I doubt it.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 at best.
It's gonna be
years, it's not gonna change now.
Ask Grimsey about his doTERRA subscription.
Keep it crisp, gamers.
Hashtag be my friend on Facebook.